Welcome back, folks, to episode 68 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. My name is Douglas Smythe from PhoenixShaving.com. With me today, I have Joseph Borelli from the Wet Shaving News podcast, powered by Sharpologist. And I also have our very, very special guest with us today, Mr. Christian Lévesque. He is the captain of this year's, even last year's, HTGAM's, or How to Grow a Mustache. There we go. Nice. Movember team. So this is year 2 for Christian, and being that we're in the middle, well, not in the middle, we're the thick, let's say, of Movember, we thought it'd be fitting to have Christian on the show once again and let us know what's going on with the team, so on and so forth. So a little stash talk and a little wet shaving talk. So Christian, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be on this side of the round table. I'm usually on the other side, peanut gallery. This is good. Yeah, I know. It's interesting. My voice is loud now. It's not just in little tidbits in a tweet type top.
Yeah, it's not for all. The stash is coming in nicely, Christian.
It is. It's got a little bit of salt on it, but everything's got to be seasoned with age.
Yeah.
Everything is.
Apparently, my beard, because I'm doing the no shave November thing since I already have a mustache.
Right. Yeah.
Also, it's got the pepper and salt thing happening. It's like, I'm hoping to pull off the Sean Connery thing, but I don't know if I'm doing it. So, November can't come to a close.
I'm gonna have an interesting trim on it on December 1st. Right now, I'm not touching it. I'm just letting it go, and December 1st I'm going to shape it into what I ultimately want it to be for the next few months, for sure.
Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool. So, okay, folks, this is the part where we beg you for money. We're not begging you for money, but we would like to invite you to donate to our team if you can, or our teams. We have a Team USA and we have a Team Canada. Christian, how much did we raise last year?
Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of context. Last year, for the first time, we had 2 teams. We had an American team and a Canadian team, and that's a Movember issue. Normally, it would just be one How to Grow a Mustache team, but because of the way that it's the place that you participate in Movember is based on where you live. We had to form separate teams. So last year, we had about 60 members total, and we raised $6,100 in that month.
Nice.
And,
wow.
It was a good haul. We had a couple of exceptional fundraising members, and it was fantastic. So, for example, the Canadian team this year, the leader is Craig Burchell, and he was the head fundraiser last year. He did a lot of fundraising in October and November, and got a lot of money. Yeah, he's a machine. He's a money machine maker, a money making machine. It's unreal. So this year we have a total of, I'm going to give you the freshest numbers. We have 23 members in the US, okay, of which 4 have raised already more than $100. And we have 11 members in Canada, of which also 4 have raised more than $100. So 23 plus 11, we have 34 members this year, and we've raised a total of $3,000 so far.
Oh, nice.
So this is what I'm going to put out to you guys, and this is what the beauty of this Wet Shaving Roundtable. If you want to make an announcement that's timely and hit, we only have 11 viewers right now, but when the video gets played later on YouTube, it's good. So you can consider this kind of a sneak preview for Wet Shaving Insiders. Just to let you know, we're going to have raffles this year like we did last year. We have 12 artisans that are donating this year, which is more than last year. I've packaged all the donations into prizes. We have 12 prizes, so I'm going to split that up into 3 raffles that I'll promote on social media, on Facebook, and on G+. And just to let you know, our Facebook address for the team is here. We don't need that right now. I'm doing this the very manual way, and I don't know if you're seeing it in reverse, but you're seeing it in reverse? Okay.
No, see correctly.
Okay, Movember Team HTGAM on Facebook is our group. We have over 300 members, and that's where a lot of updates on our team is happening. But it's been kind of quiet. The first half of Movember, guys are just growing in their mustache and just getting used to working out all the time. So it's been a good fundraising campaign so far with $3,000 already. We're halfway to what we had last year, and most of the money usually comes in the second half. So we're going to have some raffles, 3 raffles by the 12 artisans that are kindly generated products that they have. And this is the big thing that I'm going to announce right now. So last year, as a fun, quirky thing, we had the challenge where you had to lather all of your face and then dump the lather water on your. I just got distracted by the book there on how to. Is it how to grow a mustache? But
no, it's the mustache guide.
What to eat and what is it? What to drink with it?
Yeah, exactly. Watermelon water.
Smith, not bad.
So what I want to do is, if we can, I'd like us to raise at least $6,000 again this year. I don't think that's an impossible amount. If all of us
considering we're already, think about it, we have half the amount of people on the team this year. We've already made half as much as we did last year, and it's just the beginning of Movember. So I think we kind of like cut the fat off of the team, and like we're spearheading this year with
that's
effective members.
So
what do you guys in the audience have to say about this, by the way?
Yeah, that's right. And I'm putting out an incredible challenge. For me, it's incredible because I've never done this before. For Joe, this would be an everyday common thing. But I'm going to shave my head once we raise $1,000. And I'm not doing it any kind of shaving either. I'm going to use a connoisseur razor, and I've never shaved my head. So I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Now, unless some head shavers out there say, Christian, you're totally insane, you will cut your head off, don't do it. But otherwise, I don't mind taking on a little danger, but I'll put some pre-shave oil because I can't lather this. And then with the commissary, just chick, 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 and fast forward the video. So it's a big one. It's a big one.
Have an ambulance in front of the house, though, Christian, just in case.
You're a brave man.
So is it a dangerous thing or just plain foolish, stupid? I am going to need a blood transfusion.
Well, take it slow. It's just a learning process, but make sure you film it, man. You got to film this. If you
it's definitely going to be filmed. I wouldn't do this without filming it. You need proof. And it'll be with the commissary. It won't be with anything else. I don't want to buzz cut first and then shave. I want to go straight, hard, but it'll be slow and methodical. It won't be a good shave. And it'll probably be the only time I ever do that.
Let's think positive.
I can probably guarantee that.
So Douglas, you're on the team. If anybody else on the team wants to join me and shave their head, if we reach $6,000, you have short hair. It'll grow back soon. Mine's short.
I'm on the team. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah? Okay, there you go.
I'm on the team. I'll do it.
Maybe I'll shave off my
mustache.
Hold up.
Maybe I might kill the mustache. Maybe
that's definitely.
Well, you're gonna have like a tan line, though, don't you think? Think you'll have a tan line?
I don't know. This is like 4 or 5 years, 6 years worth of mustache.
Oh, dude, you're gonna have a tan line like right here.
That's 4 months of whisker growth right there. Yeah, I'll take 4 months.
And you're in Arizona, so it's sunny. It's like here in Florida, it's 80 degrees today. I mean, you're in the sun too. So
yeah, I changed my mind. Okay, never mind. Scratch that.
No, I think you should do it. You'll tan up nice and evenly. And who knows? Nowadays, you could probably get some Trump cosmetics.
God.
All right, so we're going to have the raffles, and I'm going to do the raffles on Fridays, the 18th, the 25th, and the 30th. I'll videotape the drawing or whatever and post it all on Facebook, who the winners are and how the numbers came about. So it's all as transparent as possible. And there's some great prizes. There's a lot of soap out there and some interesting, brushes and razors and scuttles and combo sets of soap and aftershave. So the first one will come out the first draw is going to be next Friday. So probably on Monday, I'll start posting everywhere for people to donate to the team or to an individual. And yet somehow if you could leave a note in the donation, but I'll keep track of all of that. And every $5 increment earns you a ticket. So each draw is going to have 4 prizes. And depending on how many people participate, your odds are determined on how many people participate. But it's all for a donation. It's all for a good cause. This is almost like gravy, you know. Shouldn't need to have to give prizes to fund research for prostate testicular cancer. Everyone gets affected by it, you know, and
hopefully not.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're affected by it one way or the other. And you know, a lot of the people talk about, I can't grow a mustache, I can't participate in Movember, but really the move part of it is just as important. And, you know, I'm exercising. I've been exercising now for the past 3 months. I really love it. And it makes the month of Movember's commitment a lot easier. But I love the fact that I have to keep track of it and record it. And it's showing some progress. Now, I'm hoping my weight will change based on this. But we'll see how that goes. This may interfere.
It's great. I've been going to the gym every day, and I'm really excited about it. I've been kicking my ass every day. I'm in pain today. I did chest, and
oh yeah,
you know, people, if you could donate just $1 to me and what I'm doing. Last year, I think I made like 1 donation. It was from Fran. I'm pretty sure it was from Fran.
No, it was from me actually. I was your anonymous donor because I felt really badly.
It's like a pity donation, and it's like, granted, you know, Christian was the one running the show, and I was doing what I could when I could. But this year, I'm all in. I'm at the gym every single day. I think I might take tomorrow off, but I'm still iffy about that. But so I'm working it. I just don't fill out the page enough, you know. Like I try to do it like once a week, pop in and be like, well, I've been working it out, you know. Like, but no. So participation wise on the Movember page, I'm a little, you know, scattered.
I'm going to agree. I've been working out too, and I keep forgetting to go on the page and put it in. I've been like,
load it up on your phone. There's an app on there. And,
is there?
The app.
Is there? Or I'll do
it's
that.
a move update, and it takes 2 seconds. I mean, I have to input manually my my elliptical workouts in iHeart or whatever, iHealth, whatever it's called on the phone, and it takes 2 seconds to put it on with the Movember
That is
app.
good to know now. I could see the flyer, me on an exercise bike, just taking 2 seconds to fill that out. Like I had no idea. So you know, and that said, people, I created a poll down below too. I want you to hit up just to not kind of change the subject for a second, but if you had to choose aftershave splash or a balm, please leave your comment below. I'm very curious to answer this. If you had to choose one or the other, would you choose an aftershave splash or a balm? Leave your answer in the comments below. And for those of you watching live, take the poll below. Sorry.
I just broke the tie. There was a 1-1 tie. I just made it 2-1. Oh, 3-1. There we go.
Yeah, no, I'm very, very curious. This is my little commercial hour too. I also want to tell people once again, remind people to hit up the Boy Scouts of America. This has become my mission, and a few of our missions, Joe's mission as well. Like we really want to get wet shaving into the Boy Scout handbook. And so I just want you, if you have a second or two, just shoot them a quick email. All I'm asking you to say is that they consider expanding the Eagle Scout personal fitness merit badge to include personal hygiene, such as traditional wet shaving. Just like that. Just send them an email with that in it to myscouting@scouting.org. And spread the word, folks. I had business cards made that I pass out with every order that comes through my store. But you can get your own business cards made. If you're interested, I can make a PDF of this business card where you can put your own name there or whatnot and just pass them out any way you can. But let's make this our mission. You know, this is wet shaving. This is our time. This is us in the wet shaving world. Let's get it in the handbook.
I wrote a letter like a month ago, and I think that it's the most proactive, most efficient way to use our time to convert people to wet shaving is to have someone start it when they start shaving. That way you don't have to fight the muscle memory that you spent, you know, just butchering your cheeks, you know. And
it's great to see like we can make a change also. You know, there's so many things in this world we can't make a change in. We can try, we can bitch, and we can moan about, and no one ever gives us the answers to tell us how to do these things. But this is really simple. We can all get together and even get this in the Boy Scout handbook. I think that's pretty epic, and good on all of us if we can do that.
I think it's as intuitive as Movember. In terms of a wet shaver, it only makes sense to promote, you know, facial hair, be concerned about facial hair growth and care about fitness. And in the Scouts, it's the same thing. Be good to nature, be environmentally friendly, and learn a skill, respect yourself, do your best. It's all in line. It all makes complete sense to me. You know, the pieces of the puzzle came together, man.
Well, I'm just shocked it was never in there. I've gone back into the research.
Yeah, I was too.
Like
I looked at my old book when I was a kid. And you know, the Scout's motto is: a Scout is thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And look at the kids today. I mean, they really need, if anything, they need to learn how to be. They need to learn how to be a little cleaner. I think traditional wet shaving. Sorry, I'm probably starting this whole thing up now.
You sound like a
but
leave the kids alone.
I mean, I'll leave the kids alone. I'm sorry.
No, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's a skill. It's a skill.
It should be in there. And it should always been there. Because I was going back to.
Should have been there 100 years ago. Should have been.
Yeah, I think it was 1904. Maybe it was 1911. The first book came out, and I couldn't even find it in there. Granted, it's Boy Scouts, and maybe they were younger back then, but the Eagle Scouts, it should be in there. So I'm shocked that it's not. And I would love to finally see this rectified by our energy making this happen. So, again, guys, if you get a second, email myscouting@scouting.org. Write whatever you want, but just try to get it in the book. Just ask them that they put it in the book. It needs to be in the book. The Eagle,
you know what?
The Scouts.
I think we should make it part of when you go to a meetup to sign up for your presence to say I'm at the meetup is like, you got to send that email, bro.
Yeah. Oh, petition. We could have a petition there. I'm also thinking about inviting local Scouts to our meetups so they can learn. If there's,
I was just going to say that's a great idea.
It's not going to be in the book. We can get proactive about this. And again, I've already made the unofficial merit badge, but we can get proactive about this. And here it is.
Yeah.
And get it in their heads anyways. Teach them how to wet shave, and again, I'll pass out.
Yeah, and even we can do that too. You know what, guys? Even if you can just if you know a Boy Scout group, or if you or you're in a troop, or you have a kid or somebody like that. Nice. I don't have one. You know what? A couple of things. When I was in Scouts, my grandfather was in it. He was in the Navy. I'm watching you, and I'm kind of talking. And he would come by and do a bunch of things with knots and stuff like that, and it would be like a show and tell.
Yeah.
What's stopping one of us from going to the local Boy Scout group, bringing our gear, and saying, "Hey guys, this is how you use this." I guarantee you that all the Scoutmasters, everybody, including the kids, will be very entertained by it.
I will go.
So I mean, that's a great idea.
If there's any jamborees around the country or whatnot, if you're a Scoutmaster watching this, let me know, and I will make my best effort to be there or find someone to be there that can teach the Scouts how to shave. And this might be educating Scoutmasters as well.
You guys know Rick Luis, Rick with the other podcast with the brush soap and blade. He actually wet shaves at jamborees. Yeah, one of the other podcasts. There's a bunch of them. And he actually does. He gets a pretty good crowd around him.
Oh, I'm sure.
He does that. From what I've heard.
With the stonemanship, you're learning how to respect a knife, to sharpen a knife. Straight razor makes the perfect sense to me that you want to teach the Scouts. It's something thrifty. It's going to last you, so many lifetimes as it is, or just the D blade. Anyways, I mean, like it makes sense that it's in the book. So let's make that happen. In other news, what I've noticed on Twitter recently is I sound like the Wet Shaving News podcast now. I've noticed that I saw this article. I don't remember someone posted this, but it was about not leaving, or how it's a bad idea to leave your soaps, towels, or just other things in the bathroom, which is something I've been saying for years, and not necessarily in that extreme, but the argument was saying that the temperature going up and down will screw with your soaps, it'll make your towels moldy, so on and so forth. I mean, I wash my towels all the time, so I don't think that's going to happen with my towels. This article was a little extreme, but it did get me thinking back to an argument I used to have back in my feisty days in the wet shaving world about the proper way to dry a brush. And because I used to always argue for something to hang your brush on, for gravity to take effect. And you'll see a lot of people saying that, but then other people swoop in and talk about surface tension. and how the surface tension, if it's like this, will still whisk the water away and whatnot. And that may be so with a synthetic brush, but this was my argument back then anyways. With natural hairs, natural fibers, there's on the shaft, there's little like shingles on each hair that when they get hot and wet, they open up. Or they open up this way, whatever, whichever way they're going. I think they're going this way. So my whole argument was, when you leave your brush in the bathroom, and I don't know how many people you live with, but I mean, that could easily be like 4 showers a day with the temperatures going up and down. So now you have this brush drying like this, and you got to remember, when you were using it, those little shingles on the shafts were open. When you cleaned off your brush, when you ran it on the cold water and stuff, that they closed. They might have captured soap and anything else, and then closed.
Yeah.
So when someone takes a shower and the heat goes up again, those shafts open up, and now you have residual soap dripping down into the base of your knot. So that was always my argument, just the temperature fluctuations happening in the shower, and the proper way to dry the brush. And now to see an article about this was really interesting. It wasn't about the brushes, but it was always on my mind with brushes. That's why I was saying this was the way to do it. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
Well, with the brush, I think you're 100% right, because there was a scientific, I forgot what article I read. It was about a few years ago, scientific experiment to where they would leave a toothbrush out with no cover on it. And they'd say, okay, they'd leave it out for a couple days, and, just regular use, brushing your teeth with it and leaving it out exposed to the elements. And you would not believe the particles they found on there, the microscopic particles of what they found from just being in the bathroom and not touching the toothbrush. I mean, it was really disgusting, to be honest with it.
Great.
So yeah, I think you're right. I think definitely, if it can get like that, especially if the bathroom's being used, several times a day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. I know that when I live in a place, it's like 70, it's at least 70 years old, these townhouses, and the bathroom is miniature. And even in the cold of the LA winter, you have to open our windows to let the steam out, because the bathroom will just turn black from mildew from the humidity. But I think, no matter what, a lot of countries have the actual vanity, the toilet, which is what creates a lot of nasty particles in the air in a separate room. And that's where in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the other major particle manufacturer in a bathroom is the roll of toilet paper, believe it or not. You can see it on the floor right away, little tiles. As soon as you go like that, those little filaments are everywhere. And, you clean the bathroom, and the next day,
in the rays of the sun, you just see particles.
I was going on your butt. Now I'm going to bother you.
Yeah. A flashback to Burning Man.
Oh, don't get me started.
I've never been to Burning Man. But yeah, no, I definitely could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but so a bathroom with just a sink and a shower would be cleaner probably. But I'm the last guy to shower in the morning, and I guess I'm used to our family germs. Maybe, I don't know. We grow into getting used to that stuff too. I don't know.
Yeah. See, the germ things is not really what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about just the heat fluctuations.
Yeah.
So like, if you think that it's about drying the brush, so I say dry it this way, let gravity take its toll. Because it's during the day with different showers happening, the heat going up and down there, the little shingles on the bristles are gonna open up and let out whatever water they've captured in there, like a Venus flytrap or soap. Synthetic, I don't think you have to worry about as much. Actually, you don't have to worry about it at all, I'll say. But so that's why drying it like this, even though there is such a thing as surface tension happening there, I still think when it heats up in there, those little parts of the bristle, the little shingle type parts, are going to open up, and whatever residual soap they've captured are now going to drip down into the base of the brush, and turn around.
Best day, put it upside down. I mean, for you guys with hair, I don't have hair, so I couldn't help you out. I don't have any say here, but I would say if you go in and out of a room with a lot of humidity several times a day, I don't know, but would it affect your hair or something like that? I mean, it would do that to a natural brush because it's real hair. I mean, so if it affects your regular head of hair, which, like I said, I don't know much about, it would definitely affect the brush.
If it was curly, I'd like to see a badger with a perm.
Oh yeah, that's hot. Yeah,
because I have curly hair. I have like Brady Bunch curly hair, and like steam will definitely like. Yeah.
So that makes brush.
So I just shaved with this brush 5 hours ago. Yeah, so it's dry, but I go like this, like 15 to 20 times.
Get all the water out.
So that when the different tiles in the bristles might curl up because of the heat or humidity, whatever is in there is not strong enough for gravity maybe to pull it out, but it will open it. You know, chances are it'll open it to help it dry. So that's where, I remember a few years ago you had this question about upside down or straight up.
Oh, you remember that? Yeah, it was very heated. But now people talk about blooming more, but that used to be what we argued about back in the day.
Yeah, but
I'd rather go back to that.
If you wag this enough, there's no gravity that's going to take that particle of water down. At that point, I think the argument becomes moot, right? I don't know. This looks like it would dry easier. There's more surface for the air coming up. But then
that's the thing.
It hangs here. You know, it's so convenient. I don't know. This picks up dust particles too, though.
Yeah, I mean, fact of the matter is, as you want, ideally, you probably want your brush out of the bathroom in a place where there's a lot of air circulation, not someplace closed off with.
All of your shaving goods, all of your shaving stuff out of the bathroom.
Yeah, or in a cabinet.
Wherever you get these. Yeah, we got a cabinet with. Oh, sorry.
We got
we got questions.
Yeah, Sean is asking, wouldn't you worry about the not glue wearing out faster always being wet?
No.
Well, wait,
not wet, but if it was
why would
hot,
it be wet?
if it was heated,
why would it be? Yeah, why would it be wet? Like if I'm saying dry it like this, the knot wouldn't be wet. Or are you agreeing with me? Is that what's going on? Like this bad, this good?
No, the only thing with the glue.
This is just like
go down.
This is really just nitpicking on my part. I mean, I'm like Badger and Blade nitpicking. You ever read the stuff these guys write? They really like nitpick about the fine tune stuff, and then measure with a rule, underneath the blade here, and you will see that it's like, guys, what the hell are you talking about? Did it shave? Did you get a good shave from it? But so that's what I'm doing with brush drying right now.
But I guess, Sean, the worst case scenario is you re-glue it. If the glue is the weakest part, then you would re-glue it, right? Because the knot is good and the handle is good. But I haven't been wet shaving that. I haven't been wet shaving that long, but I don't see how taking maybe even 30 minutes longer to dry would affect the glue on the brush. The glue is supposed to be a hard surface, right? That has it's not porous.
The glue won't be affected.
If you use heat, it's heat.
Unless
heat destroys it.
Yeah, okay.
Water.
If you're using scalding water, if you're using hot water, a lot of guys do that. At first, they'll start off with using very hot water in their scuttle or in their bowl, and you let it sit in there for a while. Then you start going. One day you'll go like this, and all the hair is gonna be on your face.
Okay.
I've done it. I've destroyed brushes.
Okay.
Especially natural hair. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually was doing an experiment a couple of years ago where I had two matching brushes, same make and model. They were Tweezerman, and I was leaving and lathering them, both of them, every day. I would re-lather them and leave it in there, rinse them off. What was I doing? Yeah, rinse them off. So I was lathering them every day in my hand, then rinsing them off, and I would dry one hang upside down and the other one dry standing up. And my goal was to look at them under a magnifying glass at the end of a year. But a friend came to stay with me and ended up using one of the brushes for like a weekend. I didn't realize he was using it, and I was like, "Where'd the brush?" And like, sure enough, so that experiment went out the door. But I would love for someone to try that. Hell, maybe I'll have to set it up again. But I just want to see which is the best way, and the only way to do that is to actually do it, and find out. So there's that. Oh, you know what? Another thing. I was researching Alum. It doesn't really matter. But I was researching that the other day, and did you know back in the day, barbers used to use that in people's hair for a spike?
You mentioned that in a video.
I heard that. I've heard that.
Yeah. You could also
I did hear that.
Use it in your stash. I've been using it when I get out of the shower. Typically, when I take a shower, dry off, and then I'll take a comb and just brush my mustache and just give it like the handlebar. No product in there, and then I'll go, eat breakfast and whatnot. Then I'll come back to the bathroom and put wax in before I leave. But now I've been doing is brushing it, but also taking a little bit of Alum and just giving it a natural curl like that, and then going, and then
it works nice.
It works fine. Sometimes I don't even have to put wax in it. It's just like
really.
keeps thinking, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be detrimental to the hair, the bristles or not, because I was thinking about it. Like, sure, the barbers used to use this back in the day. The barbers used to use a lot of stuff back in the day. That probably isn't good for you today. But the thing is, why were they using it? You know, I mean, I just think it was there.
They used
like,
to pull
they just happened to be there. I'm like, well, let's see what this does. You know, like, and they just did it, and it worked. But I mean, I don't know how it's going to affect the hair. So they did do it. You can do it if you want to use minimal product in your hair and in your stash. It does work.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
So you don't rinse your mustache, your whiskers at all before applying wax if you have alum in it already, and you feel a different texture in your whiskers when you do that?
When with the Alum still in it?
Like after breakfast, your Alum's been there for 30 minutes or whatever. Do you rinse it off and dry and put wax, or do you just straight up put wax in?
Yeah, no, I straight up put wax in because that would I'd have to wait another half an hour for it to dry again. But the thing is, it adds a little resistance to the hair now, so the wax actually goes in easier. So yeah, try it. Give it a whirl once you grow that out again.
I think it's totally ruined your whiskers for the 1 week you've been doing that, and you're gonna have to shave your mustache once HTGAM team Movember gets $6,000.
Well, yeah.
I think I just made your decision for you.
The thing is, I haven't made a decision yet, but if I do make the decision, you'll know why I made the decision.
You're gonna need spray tan.
Yeah, Alum ruined my stash.
Oh, we got Michael Tanuzo. I hope I pronounced that right, Michael. He restores old brushes, and he says, believe me, that glue is like iron. And I have to agree with him. Glue is like iron. I build brushes too. And, using these two-part epoxies, I mean, this
epoxies, yeah.
It is strong. So even boiling water, it's strong. And people have a lot of misconceptions. Just because it seems like it makes sense. Yeah, you put Elmer's glue in boiling water, it's going to dissolve. People say stuff all the time like, you need to use marine grade polymers, and it's like, because in their mind they think marine water shaving brush, that's what you're supposed to use, and that's why. But the thing, what makes it marine is the fact that you can use it underwater and put something, glue something underwater, and it'll cure the glue. The epoxy will cure underwater. That's the difference. That's the difference between marine epoxy and regular epoxy. So they all function the same when it comes to holding a brush inside a handle, and they work really well, and they work better than ever nowadays. These modern epoxies, in comparison to some of the sketchy back in the day.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, even some brands now, I had an artist shaving badger brush I got for Christmas 1 year for my wife, and I used it for about 6 months, and the thing fell apart on me. And I was, I'm not really too good on my brushes. At the time, I was kind of new at it. I brought it back. They gave me a brand new one for no problem, but you could see that one day I just started going like this, and all the hairs just fell off on me.
That'll happen.
All over my face.
That'll happen.
And just the knot inside was all the glue you could see was coming out. Now I've used artisan brushes from guys that I know. I know they're not using it. It's not a machine doing it. It's them doing it. I've never had a problem with like a synthetic brush. I actually never had a problem with synthetic brush.
Yeah, the thing with glue that fails like that, especially if they're using a two-part epoxy, is just the ratios were off. It had a little more black than it did white or whatever, and that's actually a good tip too for people that are using two-part epoxies is the hammer for the glue. It operates both. Actually, hold on, let me grab one. This is actually a really good tip.
While you're doing that, maybe I can make a request to people. I don't have the size of the knot, but I did buy a horsehair knot because I'm interested in trying different materials. So I have. Yeah, I have this badger, which is awesome. I have a boar knot, a Samogue. So this is Savile Row from Shave the Man. And I have a Samogue boar knot, which is great. And I have tons of synthetics. I have 9 other synthetics. And I have a horsehair brush. And that brush I bought from a fellow wet shaver. I'm losing 50 hairs a day per shave on it. So I know the knot is bad. I don't know where to get a horsehair knot. So if anyone here can let me know where I can get a horsehair knot, I don't have the dimensions. I'd have to check. But a horsehair knot is what I'm looking for. And
have you tried the golden nib?
No, I haven't tried anything. I just
they have horsehair knots. Yeah.
Golden nib.
Golden nib? Okay, really? Yeah. That sounds like a fountain pen kind of a setup. But
it sounds like a website I've visited in the past. But anyway, so this is my tip. So this is a two-part epoxy, folks. And typically what you'll have is like these two. The theory is, and this is connected at the top. And the theory is that it will come out evenly. This is never the case though, because there's always air pockets in here, so you'll have one side getting a little more than the other. And I think that's what's happening in these factory situations too. I think there's getting air, and where they're not supervising this, so you're getting just equal, different ratios where it should be equal parts. So what I do is I cut the hammer, and that way you can eye it. You get equal side blue or whatever color it is, equal side clear, and then stir it with a toothpick. But always cut this right here. That's my tip of the day. Now, are there any more questions going on?
Yeah, Ian had a question. Is it possible to ruin a brush knot if you're using too much pressure on your face? And I think, yes, you can. I actually was talking to Doug this week about it, about a brush that I bought secondhand. It was actually a horsehair brush. And the inside of it, we were talking about it donutting, right? Where the outside was fine, didn't even look used, but the inside was all crushed and all the hairs were all crushed. So what I did was I took shampoo, washed it with like dandruff shampoo, and then I just combed it out for like a half hour, almost an hour, and it came out perfect. But that happens is that's when you're just shoving it in the soap really hard and only getting the middle of the brush. And then when you put it on your face, you're allowing it to open up all the way, and you're going with too much pressure. You're pushing it to where it's spread out, and you're actually crushing the brush. So yes, you can ruin a brush with too much pressure, I think.
Yeah, you definitely can. And it also depends on the hair of the brush. I wouldn't worry so much about synthetic, but the natural
synthetics
hair,
are
especially
durable.
Horsehair is like, it's so thin, it's so close to human hair. Now imagine using a human hair brush. It can get nappy. You remember the monkey ball things when people used to, go on your hand and like, do it circular, and it gets all windy, and that's what's happening. It's the same motion on your face. So when you're using these thinner hairs, you're kind of dreadlocking the horsehair brush or getting it all nappy and whatnot. So unless you got to remember when you're done using it, you have to remember this, especially with the horsehair brushes, is take a comb, the 2 teeth size combs, and use the wider teeth and gently comb it out at the end of each shave. Not so much to where you're if you're tugging like that, you got to go gentle. You got to clean the brush. You got to use a brush cleaner and get in there.
Yeah, a real brush cleaner.
Yeah, or a mane and tail shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, that's what I used on my horsehair brush. I used mane and tail, and that worked really nice.
It was made for horses, so like that.
Yeah, that's why I picked it up. I figured that if it's if it's made for horsehair while they're alive, and this is the same thing. So, and it really worked out very nicely. And if you do that like after every use, it'll work out like it'll stay nice and full.
Yeah, and you can cross it over to boar and badger as well. Gently comb those out. Take care of your brushes, and they'll last you forever. But if you don't, they will go bad. They will turn on you, and that's why I'm so in love with synthetics right now too. Synthetics is just it's a no-brainer.
Oh, I agree.
You don't have to think about it.
No-brainer. A synthetic brush, you can beat the heck out of them. You can leave them wet. It doesn't matter. It's like they don't use as much soap, and you load them for some reason. It doesn't use as much effort. I really am a fan of synthetic brushes. I like naturals too, but synthetic is definitely my favorite.
Same here. Yeah. And if you get knowledgeable enough, you can figure out the knot size that you want and how deeply you want it set to have the perfect backbone and the perfect splay. It's impressive. And I'm not sure you can do that with animal hair as well, because there's so many other variables involved in terms of like humidity and the straightening out of the hairs. I don't know. Making sense?
Yeah, I mean, you can set animal knots at any level. I mean, it depends how much space you have in the handle, but I mean, you can set it for backbone too. Especially like badger. I mean, I get some floppy ones in the past. I'm working. I don't know if you saw last week's show where I was showing my adjustable brush.
Yeah.
But that has a knob down here, so you can adjust the backbone.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool.
But with that in mind, but I'm reading some of these questions. And Michael Tenuzo says you don't even have to soak you don't even have to soak a synthetic. No, you don't. I do.
Right.
I use it like as in place of using a teaspoon and water on the soap. I let the brush just collect it inside there. I do soak them because I think that they are synthetic. I mean, these are plastic bristles or some type of plastic. So with heat, they will expand and become a little bit softer. Yeah. So I do soak mine, but you don't have to.
I put about 10 pushes of my atomizer, my distilled water atomizer on, synthetic or animal.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Michael Weaver says it's too floppy for him. Really? Synthetic? Thanks, Michael.
Yeah,
Get one from Whip Dog. He puts them pretty deep. That was one of my first.
Larry's.
Yeah, at Whip Dog. You're sitting.
One of my first purchases too.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Good dude.
I'm just reading what's going on here. Michael Weaver says I use an Omega Pro Bore and have never had a problem. Yeah, Boar is one of my favorites. I was a huge fan of Boar. Because it's great for a face lather and it's also great for a bull lather. You know, I mean, it's got enough backbone in there. Huge fan. The Razor Rock was soft.
Razor Rock was soft, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fact of the matter is, the
Good one,
Plaisson, it's tough to beat the Plaisson synthetic knot. I really like the Plaisson style knot. I think it's I don't know. I can't show me something better. I mean, I know it's right around the corner, but I haven't found it yet. I really when it's mounted properly, I think 15 millimeters deep for 26 anyways. This has enough. It's perfect. Oh my god.
It's weird. I think I came into wet shaving just as that knot came out in mid 2014, and I don't have a point of reference of pre-Plaisson. So I had a Parker brush, which was a cheap little brush, but I have an emotional attachment now, so I'm not objective in judging it. But I came on after, so from there on in, all the synthetics to me are high performers.
Yeah, there was some. I mean, they've been doing synthetics since brushes have been being made. Actually, I mean, like
okay.
Yeah, the earlier ones really sucked.
Like the
honest, I have a vintage
plastic.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, rubber set. I have a rubber set with the synthetic knot on it. Oh,
yeah,
horrible.
It'll get the job done, but it's not fun.
Yeah. I have a mule
No, not at all.
and that rocks every boat in the ocean, man. That brush, I just put it on my face. I don't even move. I just put it there, and all of a sudden, there we go.
Move your head.
I know. In terms of challenges, Movember challenge, instead of shaving my head, I had this notion of, let's say this is a razor, of fixing it on a desk and then moving my head along to shave.
You have a death wish this year, Christian. What's going on? You don't want to be captain of next year's shaver.
I'm looking to rock the boat.
Be careful.
Yeah, you're looking to go out
Be careful
bleeding.
with the commissary. The commissaries get really sharp and they're very difficult to use. And they're meant for a monk to do it to you, not for you to do it to yourself. So be careful with that.
No, I've used the commissary before, so that's where I'm.
Yeah, I love them. I think they're awesome.
I think it's a fun razor. It's tiny.
It is. It's fun.
Maneuver it, but
it's hard to maneuver a little bit, but it's still yeah. It's very sharp.
There's some clarification over in the audience. Matthew uses a Boar brush, and in comparison to a synthetic, the Boar seems floppy. I agree.
Okay.
It can. It can. And, they're all different. There's so many. I mean, there's great badgers. There's shitty badgers. There's great boars. There's shitty boars. And it all depends on how many have you tried. Because I mean, if you've tried a shitty one, you're gonna think they're all shitty. Well, it's just human nature. But there's so many.
I will agree with that. Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I mean, they're all
very true.
The hair is such a unique thing, anyways. Not all hair grades are the same, and it's endless, really. In fact, I should do like a blend of like synthetic, boar, badger, and horse.
Or like
all in one brush.
Didn't Rodrigo do a skunk brush where he had black hair and white hair and 4/4 of the round knot? It was awesome. It looked cool.
I've got Alessandro from Pantere. He has a blended boar badger. I actually ordered one from him. It should be here hopefully this week. I ordered it like last month, and I got the blended knot. So I'm going to definitely review that and see how it goes, because I was really intrigued by it. Badger and boar blended.
Did you say patented though?
Oh, is it? No. Pantere. Okay. But no, not patented. No.
Yeah. Okay.
But what I find interesting here is this wet shaving journey. Okay, so let's say you're looking at your journey. You're looking at a map on a table, and you're this big boat, and you've got your compass, and you're going north, south, west, east, and you say, "Oh, my journey is taking me on to horsehair." So you can see the edge of the map where the horsehair is. You get there. Guess what? It opens up a brand new map, and it's like you mentioned: good horsehair, bad horsehair, short loft, long loft, big knot, short knot. I never. The journey is incredible. It really is It's actually multi-dimensional. Is what I'm going to say. It's not just a flat surface journey. It's multi-dimensional.
It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
it's a rabbit hole, and we only have like the low grade end of it all when it comes to brushes. As JD Carrington he was a guest on the Mustache and Blade podcast a few years back, but he was saying, you know, the makeup world, they look at us and laugh because the brushes that they use for like fine little brushes, thousands of dollars, fox hair, you know, all different types of hair, and they're like, you use badger, ooh, you know, and it's like.
That's a tough animal to kill.
A badger brush? Ooh. Yeah,
badger, and horse hair brush and boars.
I mean, that's the fact that we have brush cleaner out there is thanks to the makeup industry, you know, which is huge, you know, like, so,
yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be like,
what about these, I was asking you fellas, if anybody tried that brush cleaning soap yet? I've seen 2 people come out with it, or I've seen 2 of them online lately, of an actual brush cleaning soap. How's that work?
I think
I don't know.
Douglas sells one. I think I bought it from your site. It's that blue liquid. Starts with M.
Oh, that's brush cleaner.
This is an actual soap.
That's Mac.
It's a brush. Have you guys seen it? Have you guys seen it online yet? Or
I would imagine. My guess is it's a shampoo bar. Is the bar soap?
No, it's a puck, like shaving puck.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of guys. I've seen it on Facebook. I saw it on one of the forums.
It's probably a shampoo puck.
Well, everyone.
Yeah, Irene. That's who had it. Yeah, Matthew's right. Irene has one from Ginger's Garden. I saw it on her site. Yeah.
I mean,
and L&L Grooming. Thank you.
How different is that from a shampoo bar?
I think it's probably the same thing. Is my guess. It's just being marketed as a shave.
Yeah, I don't know if it is. Yeah, L&L Grooming. Yeah, that's who the name is. I think I even put that in the last podcast. I can't believe I forgot. He has a soap that comes out. He has actually a video on how to do it. I watched him. It's a solid soap, Matthew. I'm just reading the comments. It's a solid soap, and it just uses to clean it. I was wondering how it would work and how it would actually be different from than using a shaving soap, because I can see the MAC cleaner and how that works.
I can tell you how. Shaving soap and body soap are formulated to do 2 different things. Body soap is formulated to be cleansing. Shaving soap is not a cleansing soap. It's not. So whenever I see people, tossing out the soap, oh, it sucks. So I use it in my shower for a bath soap now. Don't do that, because it's not formulated to clean. It's formulated to create lather and slickness and glide. It's not a cleansing soap, shaving soap that is. But shampoo and body soap is formulated to be cleansing. So I'm assuming that they're making a shampoo puck, which I do sell, and I can say that you could use it on animal hair brushes, and I might actually just make one now just for shits and giggles. Well, thanks for that tip.
Call it the poo bar, because I just love saying poo ar. Shampoo bar. Well, it's because when you put shampoo bar, saying poo bar, it just sounds funny. It sounds like a bar of, poo.
I just put a picture of me going like this on it, like this.
Yeah.
On the cover of it.
Or bend over.
Yeah. I was thinking Winnie the Pooh, guys, but you took it here.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. How much is it? What do they typically sell something like that for, guys in the audience? You seem to know a lot more about this.
Apparently, it's only $1.
Oh, it's reasonable. It's like the same price as a regular soap, I think. Yeah, like $10. Yeah, Ian's got it, $10.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely do that.
Package it in a special tin.
Well, what I would do is I would have some sort of pattern or like bumps on it or something like that to create like a friction when you're filling it up, when you're loading up the brush. I mean, you pretty much would be loading up your brush with shampoo. Yeah, I'll do one. What the hell? Holidays are coming. You guys want that? I'll do it. Maybe we'll do the official roundtable brush cleaning puck. I'm glad this is why I like these roundtables, and this is why I love the audience. You guys bring out the best in us.
There we go.
And that said, please, if you're enjoying today's show, give us a like.
Oh, and please
live video audience just wondering what we're talking about, but this is for after the fact. Also, guys, remember, please, if you have not already, is subscribe to our channel, because
please.
Otherwise you'll miss future episodes and past episodes and tips, tricks, and hacks when it comes to wet shaving. So please subscribe. Take a moment.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh yes, and Movember is upon us.
Perfect. Movember.
And you can call your shampoo Rejuvenator. I think that's a great name, Ian. Rejuvenator. conditioner,
Poo bar
rejuvenator.
rejuvenate.
The poo bar or the mo poo bar. The mo poo. It's a mo poo.
Mo poo.
Yeah, I'll play around with that.
See how that flies in Spanish,
Oh, yeah,
and
Ian
Italian,
saying
and French.
It's a brush rejuvenator. $10 for 4 ounces. Yeah. Ian gets a cut of sales.
Joe shampoo. Oh, that's a great idea, Sean. Hey, Doug, can you make that? Can you make Joe shampoo for bald guys?
Joe, what you're saying is I'm not really bald, and you just look down.
Yeah. I made a buffer for bald guys.
Oh yeah,
it was bomb. It was a bomb.
Oh,
yeah. This is
you made that?
I made it years ago. It didn't sell too well, but now that people know who I am.
Oh man, yeah, I like that. I love that Joe shampoo bar for bald guys. Yeah. Sean, thank you. Doug, we got an idea here.
Yeah, for the podcast. I'm
talking
about doing something. I think that could be it. Shampoo for bald guys.
Yeah,
that's
man,
actually
awesome.
I just
hey, you know what?
These.
Yeah. Let's just keep drinking beers. Yeah, having a good time.
We could sell that. Shampoo for bald guys. That's like selling left-handed socks. These socks.
I'll even use a toggle. I'll shave my head with it with a toggle. How about that?
Nice.
Or a commissary. Well, maybe not that. I'm not.
You're not crazy.
Yeah. You're not Christian.
You're not French Canadian crazy. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll let you do. I'll let Christian try that first.
Yeah, Jose.
I'll let him try that first, and then I'll do it after.
And maybe I'll have some champagne before I start it, or drink some regular shit. I know it thins your blood. But come on now, I gotta have fun.
Don't do a live feed.
Yeah.
Don't do a live feed.
No, I don't. I'm not
do it as a video, because just in case something does happen.
To me, a live feed is better suited for 5 minutes or less events. Otherwise, it's recorded big time.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, we have only a few minutes left in today's broadcast. And I'm checking out this question now below from Mr. Ian Falcone. Is it Falcone or Falcone? Well, he's asking me to talk about my upcoming soap. Really quick, I will do this. Look, it happens to be here. Check that out, folks. This is pretty epic. And you would probably pronounce that as Kiritimati. Kiritimati. But that's actually not how it's pronounced. It's pronounced Christmas.
With no S's.
The TI is S sound. So
Okay.
Christmas. This is Christmas.
Christmas?
This is Christmas Island. Actually, there happen to be two in the world, but this is the one that's in the East Indian Islands. So funnily enough, what's that, Christian?
It looks like a dinosaur is about to eat a reindeer.
Funny how that works. But this is frankincense, myrrh, and West Indian Bay. And the interesting thing about this is one of the barrels.
Oh, wow.
That
Yeah. Nice.
was aged in. And now, if you look at I got really Christmassy on this. So I got snow globe, in fact. So
Oh yeah.
That's a bay leaf.
It's a West Indian bay leaf, and look at the sand down below. So
That is awesome.
snow globe.
The sand. So it's
It's a snow globe. So each one comes with a leaf in the back and like a beach type sand scene. That is a snow globe.
That is cool.
so an exfoliant aftershave.
No, it's not. If you shake it up, it dissolves into it, but it'll
Okay.
resettle. This is the frankincense and myrrh, the resins. Once all the flavor, if you will, of the resin is sucked out into the or broken down into the alcohol, you're left with these tiny little particles, these white particles that are like a sand. And typically, I would filter this out, but I thought it'd be like snow globe, Christmas.
That's pretty
Christmas
cool.
Island. I can really tie this together. No one's gonna get it, but no, I'm glad you guys do. But yeah, if
In
you
the old
shake it up-
Bayron bottles, yeah.
shake it up, it'll go right on and it's gonna get stronger too. The bay, being that the leaves in there, it's gonna add some potency.
Yeah, the barrel aging. Yeah,
And
that's
bake.
pretty awesome.
That barrel
yeah.
is so cute. It looks like you could fit underneath a Saint Bernard. When you talk about barrel, I always thought like 20-gallon thing, but that's
No, I have two of them.
That's a big Saint Bernard.
So it's a very limited edition. It's a very limited edition because I have 2 of these Saint Bernard barrels. But yeah. Oh, that's Matthew awesome. Weaver, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why I played around with this logo so much, because I originally just had the map on there, and I'm like, oh man. I was like showing it to Fran. She's like, can't do this. I'm like, Fran, look at this. And she's like, I don't get it. And I was like, okay, never mind. But after I explained to her what was going on, so that's why I have so many different design elements going on in there. But I was trying to make it look a little less perverse, more like, as Christian said, a dinosaur eating a reindeer. But
it also looks like
Matt Weaver picks that up.
There's also
Viva!
A bad snowman guy reaching out there at the white of the island there in the bay. It's insane because now you've got us all trained to look at your artwork and figure out what each dot means.
There's
there is a lot.
It has this communist vibe too with the star. It actually,
the
original star was yellow star, and Fran was like, "What's going on with that now?" And I was like, "Never mind." But yeah, so frankincense, myrrh, West Indian Bay. There's a few, and there's benzoin in there as well. There's a few other notes in there, but those are the main notes that I think are really interesting and give it that Christmas vibe, that Christmassy bay rum, Christmas Island, Santa gone rogue pirate vibe. And
Pirate Santa,
and why not? So that's what I got coming out very, very soon. And so I think this is the end of the episode. We started a little late, we're ending a little late. It's it's been an excellent. I like these loose episodes like this. This has been a lot of fun, folks.
Yeah, this has been good,
and we haven't lost any viewers.
Which is always important. We only gain them. So again, folks, if you're watching this after the fact, please subscribe to our channel and never miss one of these scorching episodes of the Wet Shavers Roundtable again. Also, please give us a like if you enjoyed today's loose style show. Christian, one more time, where can people find out more about our Movember team?
They can find out by going to and donate to our team, right? Which is Movember Team HTGAM.com. In the US, and in Canada, it's the HTGAM A team. And both teams are close to raising the same amount of money right now. So US has 1,600 and Canada has 1,300. So we're near the 3,000 mark. We're trying to get to 6,000 this year with a bit more than half the members of last year, but we're already at the 3,000 mark halfway through. So we're doing really well. We're going to have 3 raffles coming up on the 18th, the 25th, and on the 30th. And if we can raise $6,000, I will videotape shaving my head with a Camisori razor. I've never shaved my head. And I'm going to be doing this probably under the influence of love. And,
okay. Yeah.
And it's going to be. I'll tape it. We'll get to see it, but we need the $6,000 between both teams, and I'm going to work hard to do that. The raffles are going to work hard to do that, and I know that everybody that's watching this and that's involved in it, the Mobros and the Mo supporters, are going to push to get this. We need to help fund research for prostate and testicular cancer, and help men's health. It's so obvious when you see the numbers of how many people are affected by it. It's frightening, and we need to do something about it. It's the 21st century. We can do something about it. We're all connected, so let's do it. Let's go.
So thanks again for watching. This has been Wet Shavers Roundtable, episode 68. And one last time, in the comments below, if you could choose one, aftershave or balm, what would it be? Please leave your comment below. Excellent. Thanks for joining us, people, today. It's been an excellent show. It's been a wonky show. It's been a fun show, though. And we'll see you next week in episode 69 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. Until then, folks, shave on! And Tuesday, check in Tuesday for new tips, tricks, and hacks from your pal Douglas Smythe at phoenixshaving.com. Ciao!